Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all the lady Jessie Pepper and Pears, all the Jessie's Sugars. How are you doing? Thank you for your massive support, guys. On today's video is going to be one of its kind because I haven't done this comparison before. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys to South Africa and to Ghana, and we're going to be talking about the economy of South Africa and the economy of Ghana. I decided that I'm not going to talk about West African countries on this video. I'm going to look at other African countries and then talk about it side by side with that of Ghana. And trust me, everything I'm going to say here is going to be very informative and educative, because I am sure that certain percentage of people who will be viewing this content mustn't have come across this or are not aware of the information I'm going to be dishing out here. And before I proceed, I'm going to say, first of all, this is not a hate video. This is not in any way putting any country down, be it Ghana, South Africa, or any other African country that I'm going to be mentioning here on this video. This video is simply me preaching oneness, preaching togetherness, and also letting us know that our concerns and problems from the different African countries where we come from is relative. And in this video, I equally want you to know that our African countries are unique and equally have their own challenges to deal with. South Africa has her own, so does Ghana. I equally hope in this video that all the countries of Africa will progress so that people will have quality life. Of a truth, we know that Ghana's success story is only a few years in the making. So with this, let's dive into today's video. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is the standard VAT between Ghana and South Africa. The standard VAT rate in Ghana is 12.5%, while that of Ghana is 15%. The GPD, which stands for Gross Domestic Products, reflects the value of the productivity of that economy. It measures the market value its goods and services produce. The GPD of Ghana is $211.13 million, while that of South Africa is $815 million. I also want to bring to our notice that the public debt of Ghana is about 71.8% GDP, while that of South Africa is 53% GDP. I'm going to let us know that GPD per capita is calculated by dividing the total number of people living in the country. A high GPD per capita indicates superior standard of living. For those of you who didn't do your economics very well, for those of you who are not so knowledgeable when it comes to your geography, please, this video is going to do you a lot of good. So this is the reason why you shouldn't skip any part of this video, because you are going to learn and be able to share with others as well. Ghana has per capita GPD of $699, while South Africa has $13,865. The regrowth GPD of Ghana is 8.4%, while that of Ghana is 1.3%. From the little I know from economics, if this rate between Ghana and South Africa keep growing at a steady rate, it simply means that Ghana will certainly surpass South Africa, just as it did with my country, Nigeria. We all know that one of the factors that affect economy of any country is inflation. From my knowledge of economics, inflation simply means the consistent, steady increase of the prices of goods and services, which shows a decrease in the purchasing power about a country's currency. For those of you who might be asking, what is the inflation rate of Ghana then? I'm here to tell you, just cool down, cool down. The inflation rate in Ghana is 12.4%, and that of South Africa is 5.3%. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the employment rate. When a country has a low employment rate, it represents a better opportunity in career growth. The employment rate in Ghana is 11.9%, and in South Africa it is at 27.5%. In this video, I want you to take notes so that at the end of this video, you are going to honestly tell me which economy, which country is doing better than the other, and how you think the other countries should learn from each other. Of course, so far I know that each of the countries does better in one thing over the other. So there's a lot for the both countries to learn here, right? The next thing I'm going to talk about is the labor force. Labor force tells you about the number of people who are willing to work. There might be 1,000 people in the country, and trust me that just 500 people are willing. When you talk willing, they have the zeal on their own. They want to do something meaningful with their life. They are not forced. They are not being beaten to work. They are not being talked into work. These are people who, when they're of age, they know that it is time for them to start doing something, whether they are working for the government or whether they are working for themselves. These are people who will factor into the labor force. Now you understand, and now I think you have gotten a clearer picture of what a labor force is. So the next time you hear about labor force, you know what to say, you know what it means, and you know how and where to apply it, right? Thank you. The labor force in Ghana is 12.9 million people, while the labor force in South Africa is 22.9 million people. The next thing I'm going to talk about is in the aspect of the infrastructure. Of a truth, I'm going to say in this video that 37% of Ghanaians have access to broadband internet, while in South Africa, 54% of theirs has access to this particular internet. In Ghana, the percentage of people both in the rural areas and in urban areas who has access to electricity is 79.3%, and that of South Africa is recorded at 84%. The next thing we are going to look at is the railway, the length of railway in each country. In Ghana, the length of the railway is said to be at 974 kilometers, and in South Africa it is at 20,966 kilometers. The next thing we are going to look at is the presence and the numbers of the airports in each of this country. You will believe and equally agree with me on this video that the presence and number of airports in the country tells how connected and accessible that particular country is to other nations. Ghana has 10 airports, while South Africa has 566 airports. The next thing we're going to look at is the total length of the paved and unpaved road in Ghana and South Africa. That of Ghana is recorded at 10,955 kilometers, 515 kilometers, while that of South Africa it's at 750 kilometers. In summary, I'm going to say that South Africa and Ghana are top-notch countries with a strong economy. As I said earlier, there are things that Ghana does better than South Africa, and there are places that South Africa is doing better than Ghana. In essence, I am saying there's something the two countries can equally learn from each other, learn, unlearn, and relearn. And I hope in this video you found it very educating, as I brought economics and geography down to your doorpost. And of course, with this, I think you can say one or two things about the state of South Africa and that of Ghana. This is just a quick information I said I'm going to drop here. And please, as I said earlier, this is not a hate video. This is not a video where you come to tell me why you're comparing Ghana, comparing this, comparing that. This is me here teaching in my own little way as a teacher that I am, as well as a content creator. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to give me a like, leave me a comment, ask your questions, give us clarity in places you feel I didn't give adequate information, and then become part of my family, our internet family, by quickly hitting on the next red subscription bell you are seeing and become part of our internet family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Till I come your way next time. Bye. How am I looking? You like my hair? Do you like my attire today? I said that today I want to look like a typical African woman, and that is why you have seen me in this dress pattern. I'm sure you like it because I'm looking beautiful with it. Of course, I am. So guys, thank you so much and have a blessed day.